Well, Sullivan and I are out and about because Nate is on his way to California. So we just dropped Nate off at Denver International Airport on his way into Palm Springs, California for a project that he's doing with lasers. And I believe he's going to get us some footage of some of his journey as he takes his trip there. He has to go through Las Vegas to get to Palm Springs. And then he has an event at the La Quinta Resort there in Palm Springs, which I've heard is pretty nice. Sullivan and I are on our way home. We're going to get a lot of cleaning done, office work, a lot of videos edited and uploaded because that is my responsibility for our family's WebbsVlogAround channel. Madeline is in Florida. She's doing her thing, doing school, and she's getting to see like the Festival of the Arts and things like that. And Mercedes is in her school in Texas, and she's been doing their events. And so I'm hoping to see some footage from that as well from her to be able to share with you guys. But Sullivan and I are just going to enjoy time getting stuff caught up at the house here in Colorado because you know what? Dust is a real thing and we've got to get it cleaned. But right now, Sullivan and I have been curious, well, I would say more me than Sullivan, what this living spaces place is. So we are about to head in here and check it out. Just a little background information, part of why I'm curious about what this space looks like, the living spaces, is because we looked at purchasing this building for one of our projects that we had for our business. And so I thought it'd be fun to go in there and take a look. Okay, Sully, you ready to go into this store? Or are you just gonna sit there and be cute? Gotta get your harness on. It's somewhere down on the floor here. Let's get your harness on. Okay, you're now suited up, buddy. Ready to go? Sullivan, are you all suited up and ready to go? Yeah, so let's go check it out, bud. He looks so thrilled. All right, let's go inside here. All right, this seems to be a large furniture store, which is really cool. I like all of their couches. And I like that they have a casita in the middle. All right, let's keep walking around. I got some outdoor furniture. This leather set's pretty cool. For inside your house. This will be what Nate likes. This set here is pretty cool. Nate would really like it. He likes them when they have that headrest that goes back and then adjusts. I get a kick out of people who use this greenery because I used a lot of it in our new Earth Illuminated exhibit that we had. And yeah. It's a very familiar product for decorating things, but let's go look over here at this round chair. That's something that Madeline would really like. Big old sunshade round resting chair. Well, look at this one here. Yeah, let's see. $2,150. Sorry, Sully. Looks really cool. And then this one over here. This is fun. It's a nice place. $1,395 for this one. I like that it's got that big old shade on it. In the state of Colorado, we can go from sub-zeros to 100-degree temperatures in the year. So these shaded seats for your back porch are pretty nice because you can be out in the sunlight when it's hot and not be overheated. They've got this huge section of rugs, which is pretty nice to know because those are hard to find. The larger sizes here. Great. This place even has an indoor play area for kids while you're shopping and all these little cute carts. I really like this piece of art they have here. And then they have this cafe that's not open right now. Pretty cool. Found their table and chair section. And I'm looking for a mid-century modern collapsible lake with leaves that gets real small for 2 people and then gets big for the family. Found our way into their bedroom area. This one looks cozy. It's really low to the floor though. Really cool. And then this one here is some of that old, like, I don't know what you call it, lattice work or whatever on the back. I like that. On the kids' bed area, and actually I found this loft bed. Well, I'll have to back up to show you, but it is pretty nice. Desk underneath, and then I really like this wardrobe. Sadie's been looking for a solution for her room. Here it is from a distance. It's pretty cool. What do you think, Sully? Should we keep looking? Okay, Sully and I are back in the car. It was fun walking through there. I didn't show you very much of it because it's huge, and I think I was a little overwhelmed. It would be fun to take Nate there to see all the different things that they have to offer to possibly do some upgrades on the house that we have here. Now we are headed over to a pet store because this little cutie over here has been asking for days for a chew. And how do I know that? Well, because he goes to his bells on the door and rings it. And if I open the door and it's not dinner time and he doesn't eat out, that's him going, Mom, I'm bored. I want to chew. I want something to do. So we're going to go find something to do, Sully. Sullivan. Sully. Anyway, he doesn't know what's coming, but it's coming good. So that's the next stop. What is this place? Are you ready? Are you ready? We're going to grab your lead. Come on out. Sully, where are we going? We're going to PetSmart? Are you excited? Do you even have a clue what's going on? Do you have a clue? I think you could probably smell it. Just gotta pick up the local mail. Come on, let's go find your treats. Sully, what is this? Is this the land of treats? Are you shopping? What is it? Do you need some wipes? I don't think you do. I mean, we could get you some. Do you like the smell of those wipes? Is that what we're getting as wipes? I thought we were getting chews. You want wipes? Here, look. Over here. What about these? Sully, what about these? What about these? Those smell good? Do you want those? Okay, you're shopping. Do you like those? What about those big ones? We always miss the big ones. What about these? You have your favorites that you like. Let's see if you can find them. What is it? What is it? What's your favorite one? Huh? Ooh, those are new. What do you see? You see anything you like? Keep shopping. Find your stuff. It's gonna take him a minute. So he always picks out his chews. We let him go shopping, quote unquote. And he enjoys it. So we'll see what he comes up with here. He's got the shakes because he doesn't like wearing this harness. He's got self-sniffing going on here. Yeah, we usually get him the pork-free ones. Yeah, I think he's finding something. All right, so far he's picked out these guys. Healthy edibles. Wild. It's got venison in it. Right, Sully? The adventure continues. So last you saw me, just in your world, just like the last blip, you saw me inside the store with Sully. And Sully and I picked out some stuff. We're getting ready to check out and show you. And then Sadie called and her car wasn't starting. So that's why I didn't finish vlogging that part. But we are now officially at Buc-ee's. Got some fuel because we can do that here. It's probably the best price fuel in the area. And now we are headed back home. Right, buddy? Yeah. I love you too. Yeah. And found out Nate has already made it on the plane. They've boarded. They're about to take off. And Sadie got her car to start. And we're talking through all the challenges with that. It could just be a battery in her keys. So fun stuff, right, little dude? Yeah. So next up, home. That's where we're headed. There's the Buc-ee's logo on the pump across from us. We are headed out. Well, I'm making a quick stop over to see my mom, and look at all the turkeys, you guys. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20. They're crossing the road. There's so many. Well, hi there. It is several hours later. Sully and I stopped off to see my mom for a little bit and found out she was taking her Christmas tree down, so we stayed and helped her. And now, well, Sully is off on a couch somewhere, but we are home, and I am making carnivore chili. What is that? Well, I cheat. It's ground beef with salt and pepper and spicy tomato V8 juice. That's it. But you'd be surprised how yummy it is, and that is what I am going to be having for dinner. Nate has made it to Las Vegas, and he is now on his flight to Palm Springs. And he says that it is really warm in Vegas, which is awesome. It was 70 something there. It was 50 something here. And in Florida, where Madeline is, it was stupid cold this morning, like in the 20s. So kind of everything in the world right now is upside down, inside out, and backwards. But he is on his way, and Sully and I are going to chill out for the rest of the day. I think he's had his dinner. He had one of his treats. And yeah, I'm going to wait in here when Nate lands. But carnivore chili. Can you believe it? V8 juice, spicy, and meat. Yeah. If you want to make some really cool chili that isn't just carnivore, add any kind of beans that you like and corn, and that will simmer for a while, and it is so good. But yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're having for dinner. I'll show you what it looks like here in a minute. Watching Tiffany Thinks. It's one of my favorite YouTubers. She's on a cancer journey. That's ready, so we're going to add the V8. Stir it in. Alright, it's about 2 hours later and the carnivore chili is ready to go. And I am going to sign off for the night because I am waiting for Nate to call and say he's all good. And I'm just going to sit down and enjoy my chili, hang out with Sullivan, and watch a movie. Next time you see me will be tomorrow.
Okay, so I'm out here in traffic. Hey, so just got to my resort, got checked into my hotel room. Sun is blinding me in my eyeballs. But hey, this is Quinta Resort and Club. This is where I'm staying for work I'm going to be doing. So on the production world, right? So I got contracted to come out here for this hotel to shoot some laser etching video projections that we do. And so I'll probably be seeing a little bit of that in the video. But I've never been to Quinta Resort, so we're going to check this place out. Cars go by, it gets really noisy, but yeah, we're gonna check this place out, see how it goes. This is gonna be pretty fun. This is classic SoCal, Southern California. I'm telling you, I love the architecture of this. I love the terracotta tiles and just all this kind of southwestern California, Mexico kind of feel. So it's pretty amazing. So let's check it out. All right, so this is right here, the drive. So when I came in and checked out this drive, came in with my Uber. I got to look out the windshield from sitting in the backseat of a car, but here's the view looking straight out the front. This is out here exactly out by the front. It says Spa, Shops, and Tennis Club. So pretty premier place, pretty amazing. It's gonna be fun to check it out. So I'm gonna walk back to my room because I got checked in. I'm standing out here at the front, kind of blocking traffic. But you come by the sign here, and I'm out on Eisenhower Street, which is pretty fun. I think it's Eisenhower Drive or Street, I can't remember, but Eisenhower from the city of Loveland. Oh yeah, so look at this archway. Look at all these cool plants and trees, flowers flipping everywhere. Power box. Hey, look, cool stuff. This is how they put the lights in the palm trees. Hey, look at that. Up lights and down lights, and I think they're RGB. I think they were showing up as like magenta or something. So we'll check that out. And then these classic, that's a California tree right there. I love those. Wish I could make them grow in Florida and Colorado, but they just don't. These are classic California. And here's one of the things I love about this territory. Maybe I'll get some night shots tonight. Is the silhouette of palm trees on the mountains with the city lights glowing in behind the mountains. So it's like silhouettes the mountains and silhouettes palm trees. I'll see if I can get some footage of that tonight, but look at this. So this is all bungalows. Bungalows are like houses with multiple rooms. So you get a room, but you have this big fence with the flowers on it, and your room comes with a yard. So you have like this little plaza yard, literally with grass. I just got kind of kicked out of my room a minute ago because the guys had to come in and mow the lawn, right? So they do turn down service and they mow your lawn for you, which is pretty cool. Don't take that weird. But yeah, so this is pretty fun where we can check it out. So we're gonna go look at the room here in a little bit. I get some footage of that, maybe walking up to it. My room's just down there a little ways. And yeah, we'll check it out. Pretty fun. This place is pretty amazing. I've heard some cool history here too. We'll check that out as well, and I'll learn a little bit about it and maybe tell you as we can go. We'll see if I get any time this afternoon maybe to come through after we do setups and get everything prepped and ready. So pretty sweet. Awesome. Okay, so I am at La Quinta, the La Quinta Hotel and Resort. Look at this. Coachella Valley for over 40 years is the queen of the desert with grace and charm and dignity. Pretty sweet. And then here's another little plaque over here. It talks about the La Quinta Hotel, 1926 again. Try to get a glare. Pretty sweet. Like, one of the cool things about this is like the mountains, right? Mountains there, but then look at these plazas and all this kind of place. It's pretty amazing. All this terracotta roofs and stuff.
Mama was trying to help.
Flowers everywhere. One of the things I thought was pretty funny is, you know, you're in California when just like, what is that? Right? It just grows out of a crack. So I would say, what is that? Your cilantro. Just growing out of the crack right there. Pretty funny. But then here out in this little plaza, you got festoon lights going, gigantic bird of paradise plant. And then if you notice, these trees are oranges and grapefruits around here. So this is like an actual orange tree with oranges in it. And then these big lawns, it's all artificial turf, it's hilarious. And then these monster palm trees, which I've always loved. That's California to me right there. Silhouettes of these 80-foot tall palm trees. So then off that same plaza I was just at here, you've got like perfect manicured desert with these huge beasties, right? Those are great. Cactus everywhere. And then a whole flower-lined row. And then the walls for all the different haciendas. I mean, this was pretty cool. And I think if you read in those plaques that I passed, this was originally like some kind of homestead farm area or something. And then the whole city was named after it. After the name, which is pretty sweet. Oh, and then this building right over here.
That is so funny.
Is actually like, I think it's in a meeting space or something. Obviously our event's doing some stuff in there, but that's the Frank Capra room. I'm not sure what Frank Capra was. I know the name from film. So there's probably like a screening room. He probably showed movies in there. Who knows? I'm gonna have to do some research and I'll look it up. Let you know. But then yeah, look at this, goes way back in there. One of the guys told me yesterday, 45 acres of space. So this thing's freaking huge. See a whole garden of birds of paradise, right? Pretty sweet. And then there's a fountain back in there. I'm gonna go find that in a second. Yeah, so here's this fountain. I don't know if you can hear me, but stacked rocks. Nothing like water flowing. Big old amazing space, palm trees and shade. Whatever this tree is, it's like palms and a big old monster tree. And then AV right here. Haha. Pretty funny. Not sure who's doing that AV, are you? Okay, so over here we have this. Okay, so this is yard chess. Anybody knows how to play chess, you can come out here and get all strategic with that. That's kind of fun, but then way off down that way. Pretty cool. And then here's the map of the place. So apparently this is 45 acres. 45 acres. So then we have 100s, vintage casitas, 700s, that's where I'm at. Shopping, maps. So I'm actually going to use this map here in a second, and I'm going to look up where some breakfast is. Go get some steak and eggs or something. Maybe a hamburger patty. I don't know. We'll see what they got. So a couple things I was looking at is like, there's a main pool, center court. I don't even know what's going on over there. Fitness, library, center court cafe, tennis center. All that kind of stuff happening up in that area. And we got all these little resort spaces down here, and if you see all the little blue spots, those are all the pools. And then I'm down here kind of, yeah, right there. There's a little, you are here kind of thing. So I'm kind of right in the middle of all of it. And then there's tons of rooms clear down here. And then my room is up in here. And then the ballroom we're working in is that one, the Flores ballroom. Is where we're actually at. Not in Fiesta. I was told it was in Fiesta, but we're in Flores. So I'll text my guy that. Then lobby, driveway, resort entry. Pretty sweet. Okay, so here I am at my room. I made it to my room, and this is the view from like parking lot. So the blue door right in front of me is my room, and then I'm gonna look over here to the right where I started this shot. These are the, what would you call these, like burnt Sierras or something of California? But look at this. I mean, these palm trees on this 45-acre resort at La Quinta Hotel and Golf Club, I think it is. This is their food truck is parked out here by our house, or my room. But look at this, like this mountain scene and how it goes around, like that way's towards Palm Springs, that way's out towards like LA, and then down here to the left you see more of the resort kind of off in the distance there. Look at these trees. I mean, like, what is that, 85-foot palm? And crazy how some of the trunks have all the palm sheds as they've been grown up, like it falls off at the top. That's weird. But then back over here you get those California trees, those little thin evergreens, giant shrubs, huge palms off in the back, mountains over towards San Diego, and then here is kind of coming around to the southish, I think, mostly south. So look at that, mountain range goes all the way around, and then you kind of go off this distance and you're back into La Quinta, the town itself, named after the resort. And then back over that way is Salton Sea over there, which used to be dried up until recently when they started letting the Colorado River get all the way through. But then I guess it refilled the Salton Sea, and they turned it into a mine, mining lithium and some other stuff. So Salton Sea and all the beaches are gone as of the mid-90s, I think. But now it's just a big stinky lake where they're mining lithium and stuff. So anyway, that's where my room is. Pretty cool. This joint's pretty awesome. And then this is it right here. So see all down the ways, mountains. I mean, total classic California, right? So this is the patio when you come in the door. And then the door into the main room. And then I've got this whole side yard over here. And then these really cool bushes. Those ones don't have flowers, or a couple, but then that one does. Nice. Hey, so I was just walking around. Look at these plants. This is pretty cool stuff, but it's very deserty, right? So the landscape style and design is very deserty. But I was just like, there's some cool stuff. And then cactus right here, and these cool palms. I think these same palms are in Florida too. But hey, so one of the things Heidi asked me to say was talk about why she didn't end up coming with me on this project. So as a production guy producing things, we always produce special event kind of systems and kind of special event kind of special effects and things that are called wow moments. So we add to events and really pop them out so they become memorable. And on this project we got asked to come out and produce a video with laser etching and laser special effects. So I'll show you some of that stuff later, but that's why I'm here. And the budget and the timeline just didn't have enough for me to bring Heidi out. She had some other things she wanted to do, but that's why I came out here by myself. And unfortunately, frankly, and maybe if I had more time to be here, I'm kind of in Flash and out Flash. It would have been amazing to have her here because we could have spent a couple extra days out here, but I'll just have to bring her back. But man, I just thought the place was awesome. And I don't know what these trees are. I feel like these are fruit trees, but I don't see any fruit on them. Maybe. I've heard there's some fruit trees on this place, but man, flowers everywhere. And then right now it's like 75, 78 degrees, so it's pretty amazing.
Sullivan says, good morning. We actually skipped a day yesterday, didn't we, Sully? Spent the day cleaning the house and visiting my parents and my brother. But this morning, we're starting it off with steak and coffee and my vitamins and all the things that we do in the day. So, shall we get our day going, Sully? Okay, here we go. It is much later than when you last saw me and Sully. But Nate has had a very successful day in Palm Springs, California. His laser show went really well. Sully and I are chilling out in our chairs here in the house. So Nate's show went really well. And here's a video of what the lasers looked like in the building. The client was very happy. So we're excited about that. But now he is getting ready to come home, and I am excited for that too. I have been cleaning for the past 2 days. Got to see my mom again today for a short period of time. One of the things that I really appreciate about being here is getting to see my dad and my mom and my brother and sister-in-law and nephew and my niece and my other brother-in-law and my sister-in-law. I mean, there's just a lot of good things that happen here. And Nate's mom and her new husband are close by too, so we get to see them more often than when we're in Florida. But it is cold here, and I have had to cover my hands in lotion because they are crispy critters at this point with all the soap and stuff I've been using. And I miss being all toasty warm. But ironically, Florida has been really cold lately. Isn't that crazy? Anywho, with that being said, tomorrow I get to pick up my husband, and I am so excited. And then guess what? We have another adventure. Next week, we are in Arizona. We're going to be going to Phoenix, and Nate's going in for training. So we're going to go see where I used to live in Glendale, Arizona, way back in the 1980, 81, and 82 time, 83. So long time ago, but we're going to go see my old house and some of my old stomping grounds as a kid.
So this is kind of a funny angle right here of me, but okay, so on that trip that I just got back from, so I'm back at home, sitting in this cool chair and thinking about how, you know, when you travel around, you get to see stuff that inspires you, right? So that place was pretty inspiring, frankly, and I think it'd be really cool to bring the family back down over there because there's a lot that I think that culture, that architecture, that style, and even a lot of the history that was happening there was really actually influencing so much of our culture in ways we don't even know. So, like, for me on my wall here, I have these 4 pictures, and I've always loved them. I thought they were great, and those influence, like, the color of the seat I'm in, you know, the furniture style that we have in the house, all this kind of stuff, you know, so there's inspiration there. And I think that's what it is with a lot of that furniture, a lot of the architecture in the space there. A lot of it has been modernized, so that don't get me wrong, it's not like you're all walking back into history entirely, but I'm thinking my phone will do this, but I did find out some more information about some of the stuff that I talked about, the history there, and I didn't get a chance to shoot it because it was so fast. Turn around, the next thing you know, I was on the plane and coming back here. Frank Capra called it his lucky place. And Google has some really great stuff you can go and see. Just do a Google search. It says Frank Capra, La Quinta Resort, and you'll find out a bunch of cool stuff. Apparently, he actually lived into the 80s in the resort in one of the little casitas that's there, kind of similar to the one that I was in. I'm sure it was a little nicer than the one I was in, but it was a little casita. He actually called it his lucky place because of his 1934 wins for some movies that he wrote. He actually wrote It's a Wonderful Life there, and then a couple other ones. I can't remember the names, but it's all in there. And so that was what was really impressive for me, because I think you find a place like that as a creator, and you really want to go back to that place because it inspires so much. And apparently that was the way for Frank Capra. So the hotel actually named one of the places there. The ballroom that I saw was the Frank Capra room. They put a plaque for him out there in front of his casita, and also and a bench that was there for him. And then apparently he died in his casita there in 1991. So some pretty cool history. It's pretty amazing the places you get to go. Sometimes when you're in the entertainment industry, you end up in these really crazy fun places. The event was not a huge event, but it was very, I would say for that company, it was very intimate, because it was a great place for a big national global company to bring all of their sales team and really make some things happen. So that was kind of a fun place to be. I'm sure I'm going to be back there. If not for an event, I'm definitely going to take Heidi back. We're going to go out there, maybe the kids too, and if we're all able to go traveling, it would be a fun place to go check out California. I'm sure, we look for like big, massive moving entertainment stuff. So staying there probably 2 or 3 or 4 nights would be pretty amazing. And then doing a drive over the hill into San Diego, and maybe, going up the coast on the one. Yeah, that would be pretty fun. Get a nice little hot rod car and pack everybody up and just go cruise the one in California one of these days. That'd be pretty fun. So anyway, that was it for me. I think it was pretty amazing. Definitely fun to be a part of that job and getting to check out what was going on there. So yeah, check it out. Like and subscribe. I'm sure Heidi's going to do all the things, but thanks for being here. Thanks for going with me on a trip and checking out the kind of the fun stuff that we get to do from time to time.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, follow, and subscribe. It really does mean a lot to us that we are slowly increasing our numbers of subscribers, and we just love the fact that we get to be a part of your lives. So we bless you in the name of Jesus, and we thank you so much for being a part of our lives. We'll see you on the next video.